All right, so hey guys, hey guys, I am here for my Europa League. I'm sorry I haven't made a lot of videos as recently, the international break, I made a couple of videos right to the U.S. men's national team, and now we're back to club football, guys. And I have a special friend alongside me, KSO123. Take it away.
How's it going, everybody? I'm here with AD744 to predict some Europa League predictions here. We got 4 games left, and we're getting to the business end of this competition. It'll be very interesting, I think.
Yeah. Sure. He's also a United fan, by the way.
Yes, so obviously we know some of my predictions, how they're going to be.
Yeah, and you guys know I'm a Barca fan. Obviously, we're not in the Europa League nor the Champions League at this point, but I'll still do anyway because why not? Because it's it's amongst the best in Europe, these European competitions. Yeah. Anyway, so the first game we have, it is Arsenal versus Slavia Prague. Now, for me, I have been surprised at how well Slavia have been doing in the Europa League this season. And this is a team that's also played very well last season in the Champions League. I believe they finished on the group with Inter and Borussia Dortmund and Barcelona. I remember they played very well against my team, and we were very lucky to get a result against. Very lucky to get 2 results against it, to be fair. And Slavia, I heard they lost a lot of key players this season. And that's the reason why I didn't predict they would do well this season in the Europa League. I think I predicted them to finish 3rd in the group, and all of a sudden they went to the round of 32 and faced Leicester City, a 0-0 draw from the first leg at home. I'm like, okay, Leicester, come on, you guys. And for some reason, Leicester actually lost at home to Slavia at home, and Slavia won 2-0 away. And then Rangers, they got paired up and said, surely Rangers will do it, right? 1-1 draw from the first leg. Yeah, I'm saying Rangers got that away goal. I was like, yes, I think Rangers will do it. And then Rangers lost at home.
Yeah,
I think they're down to 9 men.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty crazy how Slavia Prague got to this point. But, I mean, I kind of slightly expected them to get out of their group. I expected Leverkusen to top the group, but I did not expect Nice to give such a weak competition for 2nd place. And then the Leicester one, after the draw, I was just building some suspicion because that was like mid-February, and last year Leicester had like a huge decline at the same stage of last season in the Premier League, and I thought Leicester were going to start it again. And so Slavia Prague was a huge surprise. In the round of 16, I actually predicted Slavia Prague to go through just because the Rangers, that was like the week right after the Rangers finally won the Scottish Premiership, and after 18 years, I think that's the only thing they cared about. But now with Slavia Prague in the quarterfinals against Arsenal, who have no other way to get to European competition except through the Europa League, I think Arsenal, it's a do or die here for the Europa League. And I don't really see Arsenal going to be resting anyone. They're going to go all out full force. And I just see Arsenal going through here.
Yeah, I agree. I would love, obviously, it would be crazy if Slavia do it again. Imagine Slavia wins this thing against all odds.
That'd be insane. Yeah.
And I don't think any of us predicted that. Yeah, like I said, I agree with you. Arsenal, this is their competition. I mean, I highly doubt they'll get top 6 in the Premier League. It's looking really bad. I mean, let's just look. I want to see let's see how Arsenal's doing in the Premier League. Just for a reference. See how many points.
I don't know how they're doing.
9th, 42 points.
9th.
And they're going to need 6 points. Wow. I think that's not even Europa League. I think it's Europa Conference League.
Yeah, I don't even know. I thought they were a little bit higher, but then again, they're 9th. But if Aston Villa even draw their next game, Arsenal are now down to 10th. So they're in the same spot as last year.
Yeah, so. Aston Villa, Everton also have game in hands.
Yeah, I know. All these teams have more games in hand around them, so it's not looking good for Arsenal in the Premier League. So
yeah, last season they just about scraped. They won the FA Cup.
So yeah, I know. Only reason why they're not doing well in the Premier League at all. But I still think they'll get through. I think it's bound for them to get to the semifinal. I think Aubameyang and I think especially Nicolas Pepe or someone will step up for them. And I think that what will happen is they'll do well enough in the first leg to play it comfortable in the second leg and just go through to the semifinals.
Yeah, let's see Slavia's key players. As you can see, Kundela, Shimi, Kolar. Yeah, this Kolar guy's good, I know.
Yeah, but I don't know. They're not Arsenal level, you could say, but anything could happen. You never know.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting. The first leg is at the Emirates, so it's away for Slavia, and that could be a problem because we've seen Slavia do very well away against both Leicester City and Rangers. I'm not sure that's going to create an effect, but it possibly could.
That's true. Yeah, that could change something. We'll see though.
Yeah, so I think Arsenal will make it through. If I have to make by like how comfortable, I don't think this will be comfortable. I think this will go down to either. I think Arsenal will win this either by one goal on one goal margin on aggregate, or perhaps on away goals.
Yeah, I kind of see. I feel like the first leg is going to be very comfortable for them, but the second leg, I feel like it's going to be one of those things where they have like a 2 or 3 goal lead, but then Slavia Prague get one early, which puts pressure on them. But then I think Arsenal will like hold on, so I think they'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's interesting there. Moving on to the next game, we have Granada versus Manchester United. I think you should take it away here.
Okay, if Manchester United don't win this, there is a big problem, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be sacked, and we need we need to get rid of the Woodward, we need to get rid of the Glazers, even if we do win this. But this is like a must-win for Manchester United, as being a Manchester United fan, and Granada, I don't know how they're doing exactly in the league. Let me check real fast. They're 8th in La Liga, so it's not like they're like 7 points back from being 7th, so they're like a mid-table team. Manchester United, I mean, they got to come out strong here. I mean, let's see, at the beginning of international break, I think they start off with Brighton, so that's not a huge game, and then they have Granada. Manchester United should go through here, and I'm predicting Manchester United to go through. I think it's going to be pretty comfortable. I think we'll see. It's not going to be as comfortable as Real Sociedad, but I think it'll be comfortable enough that Manchester United can go through. But you can't count out Granada, and Manchester United sometimes, the sloppiness that sometimes happens, especially in first legs of games, is just absolutely terrible. But I think Manchester United will go through here.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, for me, Granada's a team that is a team you can't mess around with. This is a team that is a team that might cause you some shocks. To my team, Barcelona, they created some issues for us, and we almost lost to them in that Copa del Rey game, and it will go down as one of the best comebacks in history. And I still can't believe that even happened. And I just feel like for me, Granada's a team that can really hurt you on the attack. Their attack has been good. Kennedy. Some good players. Let's see who else they got. Kennedy. I want to see some other players. Luis Suarez, not the Suarez from MSN, not that Suarez. Kennedy, Roberto Soldado. Oh, this is the guy you got to watch over. Machis, he's a very good player. Herrera, Rui Silva, this is a very good goalkeeper as well. The thing I worry about Granada though is let me show you guys something real quick here. Look at their standings in La Liga, right? You can see right here, guys, Granada have conceded 46 goals. And if you can see right here, guys, that is the most conceded goals in the league.
Oh, my goodness. I did not know they concede that much. Wow.
Yeah. So that is something that I feel like for me, Granada will need to be good defensively because they're not that great defensively speaking.
Wow. Yeah, Manchester United could definitely hit at that. Both the teams will be probably well rested after international break, depending on how much of the players play. I don't know how many of the Granada players have a big role in international break, but like for Manchester United, we'll see, because players like Anthony Martial doesn't play too much for France. Marcus Rashford sat out. Greenwood sat out. A lot of their players sat out because of injury. Bruno played, but he didn't have that great of an international break. But then the main thing is Manchester United, everyone wants a trophy. Bruno Fernandes is threatening to possibly leave if they don't get a trophy. And being knocked out of the FA Cup right before the national break, this is probably the only way to get a trophy. So I see Manchester United as a hungry team here, and they're probably going to start off strong from the minute one. But you never know. You can't count out Granada, but I'm going with Manchester United.
Yeah, I think as well as that Manchester United, the first leg's away from them. And, we know how well Manchester United have done away from home this season. They've been fantastic, which is something that's kind of shocking to say in some sense.
Yeah.
And the second leg, though, at Old Trafford could be a problem because let's be real. United haven't been playing pretty well at Old Trafford.
Yeah, it's been getting a little bit better, I think, throughout the season, but the away form is definitely way better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. So perhaps I think I could see. I wouldn't be too surprised United wins this comfortably because I feel like for me, we saw how they destroyed Real Sociedad. Although to be fair, I think Sociedad they played their high line against United and they got smashed, and they also got smashed by Barcelona. So, you know, I don't know if Granada will play that kind of high line again. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think they will though. So I think this will be high scoring. I think this might be the most high scoring out of all the games of the Europa League.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, because let's be real, United defensively, they're not that great either.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Because just, I don't know, Maguire and Lindelof don't work. Bailly is better. Even Tuanzebe is better, but it's just, I don't know. It's just not played that way.
I think that United's attack is too good. Like Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Martial, Greenwood.
Yeah,
it's too good. Is Rashford going to be fit for the first leg?
I don't know. I think it's one of those injuries with the ankle where like you could play through it, but you don't want to risk it. I think. See, I don't know. It's what's going to happen is either Solskjaer is probably going to rest him against Brighton and play him for Granada, or he's going to play against Brighton and rest for Granada. So it just depends which one is more important. But it's like that type of injury you could play through, but it's better to rest. But as far as I know, Greenwood should be okay, but I could see Dan James a lot instead of one of those. So
yeah, I think United should focus on the Europa League more because in my opinion, I would say they are the favorites to win the Europa League.
Yeah, but I don't know. The Premier League, I want to say last time I checked, there's like a 6-point gap to 5th. So it's only 2 games really from 2nd down to 5th in the Premier League right now. So I would say I don't think you can focus any. I think you have to focus both.
Yeah, I know. Important. Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying is I think United should focus more on this because the Europa League, because this is more like I think like top 4 is basically top 4 is almost secured.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's 8 points now, actually clear of West Ham with equal games played. So we'll see.
Yeah, and is there really? Do you guys really care about 2nd, 3rd, or 4th?
I see. Personally, I think the main thing with this team is progress, like making progress or progression, and I would like to stay in 2nd because last year we barely got top 4 and we got 3rd. But if this year, if we stay 2nd, that would mean that for like 31, 32 straight match weeks, we stayed in the top 4 spot, which is definitely progression from last year where every week we were like 5th and then 4th and then 6th and then 3rd. So I think if we can stay at 2nd, that would be ideal. But Leicester are right on our heels and Chelsea haven't even lost, I think, with Tuchel yet. So
yeah, they haven't. So yeah, we can have a separate discussion about what's happening at United. So let's move on to the next game.
Yeah.
The 3rd game, and probably the most interesting of the 4, in my opinion, Ajax versus Roma. And now for me, this is the toughest to call. And I think for me, this is the most interesting because I think it's the most balanced. I think both teams are very similar, but I think both teams are very good and I think have very good players attacking-wise. Defensively, I don't think they're amongst the best. And I think for me, this one can go either way. And I'm not even sure which team will prioritize more than their own league. Perhaps you could say Ajax because the Eredivisie, they're probably going to win it. Whereas Roma, they might focus more on the Serie A because, the top 4, that kind of thing. You're going to try to secure top 4 for Champions League, Honestly, I think for me, I don't think Ajax have been really, really tested at this stage in the competition. I know they faced Lille, I think. Let's see. They faced Lille, and I think they faced Young Boys. And I don't think these two teams really were that challenging for them, And I just feel like for Roma, they've been given a little bit more of a difficult test. I think Braga tested them more. Although I know they did smash Shakhtar. I still don't think it was. I guess it wasn't. I guess Shakhtar wasn't really the best of test. And then we look at the group stage. Let's see where they end the group. They had Young Boys, Cluj, and Sofia. So, I think this was I think they've been more tested. So right now, if I had to make a prediction, I would just about give the edge to Roma. But honestly, I think this Ajax could also do it too. So I'm not very confident when I'm making this prediction. I'm going to say Roma just about make this through.
Yeah, it's interesting for me because I just looked at the table and I'm looking at Roma here, and assuming say Napoli win their next game with equal games, Roma would be 6 points out of fourth. But then at the same time, if a couple teams like Lazio win their game in hand, Roma could drop out of a Europa League spot even. So it's like I think Roma have to prioritize the league at the same time instead of going for the. I feel like prioritizing the league might be a bit better for them, a bit more conservative than going for the Europa League. But with Ajax, I just looked and like they have a pretty comfortable lead at the top of Eredivisie. Last time I checked, it was like 2 or 3 points, but that was like a while ago. But now Ajax have like a very comfortable lead. So I think what they can do is they can kind of rest it out for the rest of the season and probably clinch it for like whatever millionth time in a row. So that's why I'm actually going to go with Ajax here. Yeah, it's 11 points in the game in hand. Last time I checked, it was like 3. But I'm actually going to go with Ajax here. I feel like with the Eredivisie kind of, wrapped up basically for them, I think this is a competition they could prioritize possibly. So I'm actually going with Ajax here. But like you said, I think this is the hardest one to predict and the least confident and I am with this one.
Yeah, as you can see, their key players are – actually, this is not the key players. This is the league thing. Sorry. Let me go click the thing here. Anthony, Sebastian Haller. Actually, did he even get registered?
I don't even know exactly because he was with West Ham. Is he on loan or something? I can't exactly remember. But
let me go check real quick before I say that. So let me see if he was on the bench or started. Sebastian Haller. Oh, it seems like he didn't even play. No,
interesting.
Oh, yeah, I guess he wasn't registered. So Sebastian Haller, disregard that player. Andre Nana, no. Andre Nana is not selected.
Yeah, not selected.
Dusan Tadic, Ryan Robbery, Mohamed Kouros, David Neres, Daley Blind, Edson Alvarez, Martin Stelkaringe, Ryan Gravenberch. This is a guy I would love to have on my team. Duran Timber, David Klassen, and this guy I heard was a really good player. Lassini Traore.
Yeah. I think Brian Brarby, though, lately, especially in the Europa League, he was like stepping up big, if I remember right, like in the Europa League, especially in the knockout stages. He was like scoring a lot for them. I can't like against Young Boys, I believe he scored 1 or 2 or even 3 in the whole tie. So he's been stepping up. I really think that Ajax are actually going to go through here just because of the fact of the league tables as well. I think that plays a big factor. And Ajax have been on pretty decent form with mostly wins. That's because their league is easy. But I'm going with Ajax here.
Yeah, I get that argument at all. It's just that I don't know if they have like the squad. I don't know if they have the players because this Ajax team is like so different from the previous seasons. There's no De Jong, there's no De Ligt, there's no Van de Beek. It's just been changing all the time, and it's just I don't know, man. I just think that they keep getting rid of their best players, and that's just a problem. I think they're gonna have to, and I don't really think Roma's been doing that. So,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's this Roma team though. I mean, they've always been an under the radar team, I guess, for the last bit of years. They have good players like Dzeko and Mkhitaryan and Zaniolo, but I don't know. Yeah. I'm just feeling that Ajax are gonna go through here, but I'm least confident with this game of all.
Yeah, same here. Like Edin Dzeko, you can see Mkhitaryan, El Shaarawy, Nicolas Zaniolo, Morel, Smalling, Mancini, Pedro, Pellegrini, Reynolds, and then there's another person I know, Carlos Perez as well. So, yeah, they got some good players. It's just, this is such a tough one to call. And the first leg is at Amsterdam Arena, and that could give advantage to Roma because the second leg is at home. Although, to be fair, I've seen Ajax play better away. So, yeah. I still think Roma will make it through. Maybe just on away goals, or maybe we might come down penalty shootout.
That would be fun. I don't think we've even seen a single penalty shootout in the UCL or UEL knockouts throughout everything. So
yeah, I think we can agree that this is the game to look forward to. Like if you're gonna watch a Europa League and you're not really interested in, this is the one you should look, because this is a tough one to call.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And finally, the final fixture of the quarterfinals, and that is Dynamo Zagreb versus Villarreal. I think you should take it away here.
Okay. See, this is the thing. So Villarreal in the round of 32 beat RB Salzburg, not RB Leipzig, just the lower Red Bull team. RB Salzburg, was it from Austria, I think? And they comfortably made it through. In the round of 16, it looks like that Villarreal beat Dynamo Kiev, who's from Ukraine. They didn't have really that hard of a knockout so far at all, Villarreal. I'm trying to find their group here if I can look. In their group, Villarreal. Okay, here we go. They topped their group, but their group was like probably the easiest group. It was Group I. Like some of these teams people can't even recognize. I think Villarreal have arguably had the easiest path to the quarterfinals so far. Then you look at Dinamo Zagreb, and it's definitely I think it's a different story for them. If I can find their group here, let me see. So they were in group. What is it?
I put it here.
Group K, yeah. Group K, they had an easy group as well. But then when you go through the knockouts in the round of 32, they beat Krasnodar, which wasn't that much. In the round of 16, Orsic, the hero, beat Tottenham, which was a big upset. And I always think there's at least that one team in the semifinals that's like that underdog. I feel like Dinamo Zagreb are going to go through here. I feel like they have momentum. They're feeling good. Villarreal haven't really got tested, and if Villarreal win this, they probably have the easiest path to the semifinals, like by any team so far. In La Liga, Villarreal are 7th, and they're kind of the bottom of this like group in like the 40 category of points. So they are fighting for Europa League because they're just 2 points back. I still think Dynamo Zagreb are just going to go through because of that momentum. I don't know, the team chemistry is there. They just beat Spurs. I feel like they're going to be the underdog story.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Let me see how they're doing in the league. Wow, it's actually pretty close.
Yeah, it's close for once. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, for me, this fixture for me, Villarreal, they've been given a really easy run of the easy path in the Europa League compared to the other teams, And I think for me, Villarreal, they have the manager, Unai Emery. And he's a special one because I believe he won the 3-peat with Sevilla for the Europa League titles. So that's an incredible accomplishment, obviously. And I just feel like for me, Dynamo Zagreb, if the second leg was at Croatia, I would really, really give them a very decent chance to make it through. The fact of the matter, it's not. The first leg is at Croatia, which I feel could be very, very bad for them because Villarreal, they'll know, hey, okay, we could turn around the result at our own stadium, And I just feel like for me, Zagreb, I don't know if they'll be able to travel well, And I just feel like for me, like this Croatian thing, like I've seen the Croatian national team, they don't really particularly play well away from home. And they're pretty good at home, I will be fair. And I just feel like that might be the same case for Dynamo Zagreb here in that I don't know if they're really that great away from home. So that's what I'm believing. I think Villarreal, they're kind of falling off in the Europa League, La Liga. They for a while they're actually doing very well in the league. They had only lost to Barcelona for like a long time, and then I think they finally got that streak ended by Sevilla. And then since then they've been having leads where they've been crumbling leads, And I just feel for me that I feel like given how kind they've been given a path, I think they might focus more on the Europa League because La Liga, they've been doing pretty well. So, and I think they have the manager, Unai Emery. I think he will want to focus more on the cup competitions. We see how well he's done in the cup competitions compared to the domestic leagues. So for me, I would love for Dynamo Zagreb to do it. I would love for underdogs. I always root for underdogs. But I think I'm going to have to back Villarreal on this one. You look at the key players like Orsic is there, Petkovic, Meyer, Gavrilo, Adams, Ademi, Likovic, And I just feel like for me, I feel like Villarreal will just do this. So, and like you see, Drew Moreno, Pau Torres, Paco Alcacer, Samuel Chukwueze, Carlos Baca, Esteban Young Foyth. So yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. You never know. Maybe like how Croatia made the 2018 World Cup final. Wouldn't Dinamo Zagreb make the 2021 Europa League final? You never know. But I don't know. This one and the Ajax Roma, I think, are the hard ones. But I just feel like I got to choose one underdog, and I'm going with Dinamo Zagreb here.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and quickly recap our predictions real quick. So I predicted, let me see. Let's see which one I predicted. I predicted, I'm going to predict Arsenal to make it through, Manchester United to make it through, Roma to make it through, and Villarreal to make it through. So we can see right here in the semifinal path here, it would be that. So we would have our first semifinal would be Manchester United, sorry. Manchester United versus Roma, and we would have Villarreal versus Arsenal. And for KSA, it would be?
Well, for me, it would be somewhat similar. I would have Manchester United, Arsenal go through, but then I would have Ajax and Dinamo Zagreb go through, which makes a Manchester United Ajax semifinal, which is what is it? It's a repeat of the final that Manchester United won 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago, and that was like their last really major trophy. So you never know. But then besides that, I have Arsenal facing Dinamo Zagreb. So you probably all over that. You got a Manchester United Arsenal final written all over it, which is what a lot of people are saying.
Yeah, that would be very interesting. A Premier League showdown.
I really don't want that. I don't want that at all.
The two former English Premier League giants.
You never know. Yeah, I don't want that at all. I don't want to face Arsenal.
Okay, so yeah, that would be there. We're not going to do the semifinal predictions. I think we've already kind of stated what we would think it might happen,
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. So like I said before, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video, guys. Remember to comment, subscribe, check the description below for my Twitter, Discord, and my email. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Bye-bye.